Let's break down Canva's business model, shall we? Canva is a design software created to make design easy and accessible. So let's look at their business model and highlight the 9 key parts as defined in the business model canvas. The first one, customer segments. So who are the different kinds of people that Canva serves? We have beginner to intermediate graphic designers. We have small business owners, schools, non-profit organizations, as well as creators. Now, what problems do these segments have? For the beginner to intermediate graphic designer, they are not earning enough to justify paying for high-end design software, Adobe. So they find it hard to actually get access to those softwares because of how expensive they are. They also find it hard to get stock images, design templates, and other elements to use in their designs. For the next segment, small business owners, this is their problem. They have very basic graphic design skills and they cannot understand or use high-end software. So don't bring Illustrator close to them or Photoshop. They don't know what to do with it. And they also don't want to incur extra costs by hiring a graphic designer because maybe their business cannot afford it, right? So that is the problem this segment has. The next segment is schools. So what problem do they have? These schools want to make their teaching sessions more engaging to have and hold the attention of their pupils. We have non-profit organizations who need simple software that they can use to create flyers and other promotional materials for their activities so they can reach, sponsors and get donations. And then we have creators, right? So these are artists, template designers, sound engineers, and so on, who are looking for platforms to sell their creations and earn a fair percentage in form of royalties and all. Now let's go over to the value proposition. What solutions already exist in the market for all these products all these problems rather that we've mentioned? So we have Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, and the Creative Cloud in general. We have GoDaddy Studio, which is kind of funny to say GoDaddy. Okay. We also have CorelDRAW, right? So these are just a few of them. There are a lot of design apps in the market. Now, what solutions is Canva bringing to the market? And we're going to match each solution to the customer segments that we've identified for Canva. So for the beginner to intermediate graphic designers, Canva is bringing a much more affordable design tool, which they can use on their mobile phone, and it comes with an extensive library of design tools and elements, right? So Canva is much cheaper than a lot of these other softwares, and their library of elements and templates is just amazing. And then we also have small business owners. So what exactly is Canva bringing? They are providing the solution of an easy-to-use design tool, which is beginner-friendly and has lots of templates that can easily be customized in a few clicks. So they don't even need to create anything from scratch. Just search for a template that looks nice and you like, click on it, and then you change the text, change whatever information you need to change, and you just have a design to use and to post on social media or for whatever purpose. For the third segment, which is schools, they are offering a school-friendly design software with integrations to existing learning management softwares, right? Which can be accessed by teachers and students to make learning more engaging and interactive. And they make this available for free, which is really beautiful. So this is what the solution Canva is bringing for this segment, which are schools. And then for nonprofit organizations, they are offering a free plan that gives them access to design tools, templates, elements, and all that, so they can create designs that make their marketing campaigns more effective. And finally, for creators, they offer a creator program and the marketplace where creators can create elements, create templates, create sounds, upload these things, get them approved, and get paid royalties as they are used. Now, what is different and unique about Canva solution? Because remember, we've mentioned a couple of other players in the market. So the first one is ease of use. Even children can learn how to design with Canva. Next is an extensive library. So Canva has an extensive library of templates, stock images, videos, and other elements which make designing a breeze. Next up, software integrations. So Canva has a frequently updated suite of apps which elevate the user experience and give access to tools that would have been hard to access or costly to get. So Canva has an app segment where you can find so many different apps to do so many different things with your design and whatever it is that you're creating. So this is what is different and unique about Canva's solution. Next up, let's talk about the channels. So how does Canva reach their target segments, their target customers? What channels do they use to deliver their value proposition? First of all, social media. Canva is extremely active on social media. They create content, they run ads, and they get people to find out about their design software and use it. Next up, there are mobile and desktop apps. So you can have Canva installed on your desktop, have it installed on your phone, and they use those apps as a channel for people to access their design software. And then we also have their website, which you can use, or you can use the web design on the web and so on. You can find information about Canva on their website and so on. So these are three of the channels that they use. Now, let's talk about their customer relationships. What kind of relationship does Canva have with customers? The first one is personal assistance. So personal assistance through social media and email. If you have a problem with Canva, if you have an issue with your subscription, you can reach out to them on social media and they will respond. And then the same thing with email, right? They also offer self-service through articles and guides on their website. So you don't necessarily need to reach out to anyone. You can just go over to their website, search for what the issue you're having, and you would find videos, guides, blog posts, and so on to help you out. And finally, they have communities. So they have communities for creators, Canva creators. They have communities for educators to help them use the product even better. So this helps foster a more long-term relationship. Next up, revenue streams. How does Canva make money from the value that they offer to the market? So what are all the different ways they make money? One, monthly and annual subscriptions to their paid plans, Canva Pro Enterprise teams. Canva has collected my money for a very long time, right? So subscriptions is one way they make a good bit of money. Next up, commissions on element sales by creators. So when a creator creates an element and they approve it, and then a designer, let's say I'm designing something for my business and I use that element in my design, that is a sale for the creator and they get, paid for that while Canva keeps a commission for providing the customer for that sale. And the next one is commissions on sales of Canva print products. So Canva has a product offers a service, Canva print, where I can go in here, design something, slap it on a hoodie, and then make that available for people to purchase. So when someone purchases that product through Canva, Canva gets a commission as well. Now, number 6 is their cost structures. What are the costs associated with running Canva as a business? We have the software and hardware development and maintenance. This is their apps, their servers, storage, their library, and so on. We have staff salaries. We have marketing, and we have logistics, especially when it comes to the aspect of printing and delivering the products that people have paid for through Canva print. 7 is key activities. What activities does Canva need to perform to function on a daily, weekly, monthly, and so on basis? So they need to market, they need to create content, they need to maintain their systems to ensure that their app is running, quickly, there are no downtimes and so on. And they also need to perform customer support to support their customers and, smooth out any rough areas so that everything flows great and people can use their products. Key resources. So what tools, facilities, people, and so on does Canva need to create and deliver value to the market? 1, they need their software and hardware systems, their mobile apps, website, desktop app, cloud storage, and other IT infrastructure. They need these things, otherwise people cannot get access to their software. Next up, they need their creators and the creator community as well. Because if people are not creating these elements, they're not creating these templates, then Canva is going to have a hard time with that competitive advantage, right? They're not going to have it anymore because they don't have the people creating those elements anymore. They also need staff. They need a lot of staff to handle support requests, to fix any issues with their systems and so on. And then they need their design library. So their design library is a key resource for them. because they offer that to people who use their design software, and it makes things easier for their users. Finally, key partners. So who does Canva need to work with to make this happen? And we have creators. A key part of their ecosystem is creators. So these are the artists, illustrators, graphic designers, sound creators, who create these elements that you find in their app library, who advocate and talk about Canva and get other people to try out Canva, who spotlight new features to Canva and get people to use Canva more, and so on. We also have logistics vendors, because they have to work with logistic companies when they are delivering products that people paid for through Canva print. We also have app stores, ensuring that Canva, the app itself, whether on for Android or for iOS devices, it meets their requirements, right? So it can be listed on those stores. They also need to work with third-party software companies who would bring their apps and their software and integrate them with Canva for their users to have access to. And finally, they have to work and partner with event sponsors, right? Whether they are sponsoring events or they are looking for sponsors for Canva Create. So that is their yearly mind-blowing program where they show off what Canva is doing, the new updates that are coming, and so on. And they need sponsors for that event as well. So that brings me to the end of the breakdown for Canva's business model. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and please subscribe to my channel. I break down business and marketing concepts to help you build a profitable business, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.